Good morning. I am off to one of my favourite places today. It was my dad's 60th birthday recently, and so as his present, I am taking him for a weekend in Bath, just the two of us, and we're going to do so much book shopping, as well as Jane Austen tourist stuff and Roman baths tourist stuff. I'm setting off on the train now. I'm bringing the Paper Palace with me. It's a chunky one to bring in my backpack, which I'm going to have to carry around all day, but I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. This is actually the book that my patrons voted that I should read this month, and it's now the 26th of February. I've got 2 days left in this month, so I gotta get a move on. It is a nice day for a weekend away. Things are never straightforward traveling with my dad. It is not even, it's just 11 in the morning. Things have already gone wrong twice. He has missed his train. I have had to pay to get my ticket switched. Luckily, I now have a giant chocolate muffin, excuse me, to keep me company while I wait for my next train. The train is moving. He's not here. Okay, take two at Dingle Parkway. Is he going to appear?
Walk into the place, dispatch you from a race. My heart, it started racing.
What went wrong that time? Where is my father? I got him. Can you explain to us what happened?
I don't know. How long have you got? Well, see, the thing was...
I will say...
Am I telling them this?
A lot of this is my fault.
Brilliant logistics in many ways. She said, I should be in Coach A. In fact, I'll go further. She said, I'm in Coach A. There would be a time when I would be at Reading and I too would get into Coach A. And then it would be like a perfect union. A marriage of minds, if you will. So the train chugged into Reading and then into Coach A I got. And it was a snug compartment, very sort of limited in the number of people they let into it. In fact, there was only 2 people in it. Neither one of these 2 was my daughter ever. Oh, this is strange. Oh, I thought to myself. And then I got a message from my daughter saying, are you aboard? Well, am I aboard? I was aboard. More to the point, are you aboard? We will pause while we order a drink.
Okay, interruption over. The story continues.
Yes, where was I?
So you've just climbed aboard carriage A. There are 2 people in it, neither of them are me.
And then the confession arrived saying, when I said I was in Coach A, what I meant was I'm in Coach G. I mean, you couldn't hardly get further apart. So by then, I thought not to worry, I shall just march down to the coach, marchy march with my bag. So off I set, and I went from A to B, and then from B to C, and then from C to D, and then from D to about E, at which point there was an immovable object in front of me. And a nice lady with an official kind of uniform on said, where are you trying to get? And I said, I'm trying to get to Coach G. And she said, well, you can't go that way, there's a restaurant in the way, or a kitchen, that's what she said, there's a kitchen. And I said, no, but my daughter's the other side of that kitchen. And she said, well, you're going to have to spend some time apart. Because you can't get through the kitchen. And I said, surely, my daughter's the other side, surely I can just whiz through the kitchen. She said, no, when I say it's a kitchen, it's actually 2 different trains joined together by a hook, and you will find it impossible to get through. So, I thought to myself, what shall I do? And she helped me out of this situation by saying, why don't you wait till you get to Didcot Parkway and then hop out of the train and whiz the other side of the kitchen. So that's what we did.
Well, that is what we did, but as these people saw, I waited for you at Didcot Parkway and then watched the doors close and the train set off.
But
where had you gone?
Oh, she of little faith. So I shot out like a cork out of a bottle. Where did I get to?
Didcot Parkway. But it took you a bloody long time to appear.
Well, in I popped, and then found that it was still some considerable distance between. Hello.
It's these. The happy ending of the story.
All is well that ends well. We've got some
Camden Hells.
Camden Hells beer.
And we're in Bath.
We do.
If you were wondering if we're actually in Bath or not, I'll show you. That is
Bath.
Bath.
I mean, blimey.
That is
it
a
says
Bath.
Roman Bath. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean much more.
Right there.
can't feel farther away. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
We've made it
To
the Airbnb.
Tea and everything.
The first thing to do at any house you go to, scope out the bookshelves. Reddit, 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 Reddit. I'm doing a frog impression. Not on purpose. The end. Daddy's just playing chess.
Absolutely fed up.
While you're doing this,
Yes.
what did we do today?
Ah, now I shall tell you for what. So, hang on. Apart from the whole train.
Apart from
caper,
that, we've covered the train caper,
and
yeah.
our lunch. We had a nice lunch.
And we had a
with
nice lunch,
chat.
yeah.
Then after that, we went straight to the Roman baths.
Yeah.
And we thought, we'll just come in here. And they said, no, you shan't.
Nope.
We're fully booked. But we then said, don't you worry, one little
Yeah.
tiny thing, because what instead we'll do is we will go to the museum.
Well, before that, we said, don't you worry, one tiny little thing. What we'll do is we'll climb up the bell tower.
Ah, yes, we did.
And
we...
they said, no, you won't.
no, you don't come back here much later. So they said come back at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so back we decided to not go. But instead, we went to the Tudor exhibition
Yeah.
at the
Holborn Museum.
Yeah, and very jolly it was. And it had all sorts of extraordinary paintings about Tudory people. Then, just by chance, MEO said...
Chance. Sheer planning and logistics.
At about 3:45, we were just minding our own business, looking at Anne Boleyn. And MEO said we mustn't forget to go and ring some bells. So we thought, well, we must not. So off we settled.
Mm-hmm.
And
via visiting Mrs. Jane Austen's
where
house.
Jane Austen
Yeah.
lived, yeah. We just had a little look. And then our bump of locality took us straight back to the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat there, and at precisely 1600 hours, our tour began, and up we went.
Up the most
Brilliant
rickety
stairs.
stairs
For
with
goodness.
no handrail. He's
Yeah.
very old.
I'm very old.
Halfway up, you said, this might be my final journey.
It might have been. It wasn't, as you can see, but it could have been. And up we went, and we thought we got to the top, but no, we hadn't. And then up we went, and we thought we got to the top, but no, we hadn't. And on we
On
kept
and on
going
it
up.
went, yeah.
And then we were out on the roof, and we walked along the roof, and there was lots of lead. And then we went into the actual bell place, and there
Yeah.
were some big old bells. Weren't they? They were big old bells. They were big.
Yeah, and it was interesting because as we were waiting for our tour, we were sitting downstairs in the Abbey, looking up at the ceiling, and they have this very intricate ceiling. And we said, how on earth did
How
they,
did they do that?
get that ceiling there?
Yeah.
And then on our tour, they told us.
They did
And the
tell
answer
us.
was they just sort of balanced it there.
They balanced it. It is balanced.
It's just balanced there.
There's no
So
cement or
it's
anything.
just physics.
Physics
is why you're not
and
falling
something
through.
else. Yeah. I didn't find that reassuring. No. Anyway, great view of the city and the surrounding environ.
Good word.
Thank you.
Is it a real word? Roughly.
Delightful lack of health and safety with
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
You could just do what you like. But it was all right because we were being controlled by a 16-year-old
Yes, who was in charge
who
of
was
all
in
of us.
charge of us. And so that was good.
And now
She
here
did
we
a
are.
good job. And we had a quick tinkle of the ivories.
Yep, we're playing another little tune.
Show
You play another little tune.
Okay. So the ivories get tinkled like this. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
I like the drama. The obvious choice for our supper is me! Not a bad view to eat my supper to. Okay, next stop.
Are we in the right place?
We sure are. We're going to go to the theatre. We're in a very trendy bar under the theatre. Trendy number 1.
Very nice.
I'm trendy number 2 if you're wondering. And off he goes. We've been doing a Jane Austen quiz.
You have, I've been doing
And if
very
you
well.
want a good place to do a Jane Austen quiz,
Try Bath.
try Bath. a bath? We've just been having a bath with some Romans.
We have so.
It was amazing.
There were so
Amazing
many
place.
Romans.
So many Romans, so many baths.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But now we're off for the main event, which is book shopping.
Yes.
If you could read my mind, we cross this room tonight.
Book haul.
Witches.
Witches.
Lord Peter Wimsey. Lord Peter Wimsey.
Very good.
Farmer. Murderer. Here's
I got a
Emily.
book called too. What Matters in Jane Austen? 20 Crucial Puzzles to Solve.
Exactly.
I'm going to be able to tell you things like what are the right and wrong ways to propose marriage.
I should run that.
Well, I have to read it and then I'll tell
And then you shall know.
Very useful to know.
Then you shall know.
Okay.
Hello. We've had a delicious lunch and now we're here.
Look at us.
Look at
I can't see anything.
I can't see anything.
Sunglasses.
Don't touch it. In summary, what have we done?
Now where shall we begin? Well, recently I shall tell you what we've done recently.
Yeah.
We went to, okay, so breakfast. We got up and we marched down to breakfast at Little Nothing and Zim.
Same but different.
Same but different, exactly. We had a jolly fine breakfast. Then from there we went to a bookshop.
Yeah.
And the bookshop was called Mr. Potter's.
Toppings.
Toppings, you see. But Mr. Toppings has moved,
Yeah.
and it was a thumping good bookshop in a place that had been a
Quakers. It's a friends meeting.
room.
Yeah.
Enormous, big, cavernous building with those exciting ladders that slide everywhere. And I had my personal shopper with me,
That was me.
and they gave you a little thing of coffee, should
Yep.
you wish one. And I did should.
And you did should. Very
I
good.
did should. So we had fun in the bookshop. And then from there we set off merrily to
Lunch.
We went to lunch.
Yep.
So breakfast, bookshop, lunch.
Yeah. You
Really?
missed out the bath, but it's okay. We already talked about the baths.
Oh, we've been to the baths. Have we done the baths?
I think we talked about the baths.
That was after breakfast.
That was after breakfast.
Okay. We did the Roman baths. They were very good. And then
We're just going to
after
peer in
lunch,
here as you walk past it because it's pretty.
I mean,
It's fine. I feel like last time we went here there was a bench there and I sat on it and read a book. And there were flowers because it was summer.
right. Well, there's nothing there now.
There's nothing there now.
After our luncheon stop, which was very jolly, and that was in a place
Clayton's
called
Kitchen.
Clayton's Kitchen. And then from there we went to the Royal Crescent, and we perused, didn't we?
We did
perused the Royal Crescent, and then after the Royal Crescent we went into number 1, the Crescent,
Yes.
which is a museum about Georgian houses. And that is where we've just come from, and a very fine place it was.
And we had a whistle-stop tour because
we?
we were going for a train.
Yes,
But we did get a lot of detail about how Georgian people went to the loo.
we did so. From a lady who clearly could have carried on talking forever.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
There was a lot more information.
if we hadn't dropped in the fact that we actually had a train to catch, we would
still
still
be
there now.
learning about loos. But it was very interesting.
Yeah.
I wanted all of that information.
Yeah, when we come back, we will hunt her down. What was
Yeah.
it? Jane or something.
Jane, I think, yeah. Unless
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Jane Austen.
You might be. But Bath, we consider a place we shall return to.
Yeah, good place.
Twice a year.
Don't
no.
get squished.
No. Twice a year we shall return.
Okay, but for now, we're going to go find a train
We are.
station. Okay, bye. So I've dropped off my dad at the station and now sitting out in the sun outside a very nice coffee shop waiting for my train, which is like an hour later. We fit in so much this weekend, it was so nice. The only thing we didn't get to do that I'd wanted to do was go to Persephone Books because it's closed on Sundays, which I didn't know, otherwise we could have gone on Saturday. So I've been really missing that ever since it moved away from London. But other than that, we fit in a ton this weekend and now I've got about 45 minutes to read my book in the sun. And I am home after such a nice weekend in Bath. This ended kind of abruptly. I was going to film like waving off from the station and everything, but the train was so packed that I could not even reach into my camera to get my bag out. So I was just squished standing up the whole way back. My shoulders are a little sore now, but I did make really good progress. I'm over halfway through this book right now and it is so good. so good. In conclusion, Bath is a fantastic city. My dad and I have agreed we're going to start going there twice a year, at least, because we love it so much. And I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. It was a slightly chaotic vlog. Haven't done the vlog in a while. I've kind of forgotten how they work. But if you want more chaotic vlogs just like this one, hit that subscribe button for even more fantastic content like this.